Welcome to Mountain Sleds ATV series. I'm going to be replacing the oil and oil filter and then cleaning the radiator fins on this 2012 Honda Foreman 500. First I'll drain the oil, then I'll replace the oil filter, and once I have the oil filter and oil replaced, I'll go ahead and move on to the radiator and clean out the radiator fins. So I'm going to go ahead and break the oil drain plug with the breaker bar. This way, if it's stuck, I don't have to use as much effort because I have more leverage. So that broke loose pretty easy. I already have my oil pan underneath. I'm just going to use an extension with my hands to remove the drain plug. This way I just get less oil everywhere. Now that I have the oil drained from the crankcase or the engine, I'm going to go ahead and remove my seat and remove my side panel so I can get to the oil filter case. With my side panel removed, I can go ahead and get in here and remove the oil filter cover. Now with my oil filter removed, which is pretty dirty, I'll just go ahead and put on a new one. Now before I put in my new filter, I'm going to go ahead and clean out any of this old oil that's still sitting inside this oil cap and oil housing. Now there is a spring inside here, so you want to be cautious with that. You don't want it just to fall out and lose it. Just kind of drying everything off before I put in the new filter. Now my new filter has directions already stamped on the side. Tells you what goes towards the engine and what's outside. So this is going to be the outside, this is going to be the inside. Since it's spring loaded, you got to kind of hold it on there. It'll snap in, but if you want to kind of move it around to get your screws in, you're definitely going to want to hold it. Now that I have my oil filter reinstalled, I'm going to go ahead and put my drain plug back in. But first I want to replace this crush washer. So this one came off pretty easy. Sometimes they have to twist off. I'm going to go ahead and install a new crush washer. And then I like to use an extension instead of trying to fumble with my fingers. Put it back in. I always do everything finger tight first, this way I don't have to worry about any cross threads. And then I just make sure that it's just nice and snug, nice and tight, to where I know it's not going to leak, but I'm not breaking the bolt either. So I've went ahead and filled it up with 2 quarts. I stopped at 2 quarts and I checked it to make sure I'm not overfilling it. So this particular engine should hold just about 3 quarts. And I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. At 2 quarts or a quart, whatever yours might hold, you know, I check and make sure that all my nuts and bolts or whatnot are nice and tight. This way I'm not pouring oil in and having it just leak right back out. So I'm going to go ahead and put in half a quart, and then I'm just going to check it and make sure that I'm not over filling it. So this one's looking like it's going to hold 2.5 and not the whole 3, which ain't bad because I'll have half a quart in case if I burn oil. So I just like to make sure. The last thing I want is to be out there in a field or a dirt road in the middle of nowhere and have it burn up. So yeah, this one's going to hold 2.5 quarts. So I'll go ahead and put in my drain plug, or my oil cap, and I just finger tight it. You know, if you go more than finger tight, when you go to take it off using pliers or whatnot, it's just plastic, you'll probably end up breaking it. And then I keep my old empty containers, this way I have something to pour the old oil in. And then I just take it to the local parts store and they recycle it for me. So now I just have to put the all my panels back on. Put my seat back on. And that's all there is to the oil change on it. Now that I have the grill taken off, I'm going to go ahead and remove this radiator shroud, get this protective cover off here, get that washed out. To get this off, I'm going to have to remove a couple of plastic pins. All I'm going to use is just some water. I have it just set on the jet. Just going back and forth, I'll go up and down. I just want to make sure that I can see through the fins. I don't see anything blocking it or causing anything to not get any airflow. It's better just to clean it once a year. This way it doesn't get all clogged up. Once it gets clogged up, it's a lot more difficult to clean. You're going to need an air compressor and all that. So now with it just about clean, I'll go ahead and put everything back together now. And it's just the exact opposite of how it came off. Now that I have it all cleaned up, it's good to go. I don't have to worry about it overheating because it's not clogged. So now I just have to put back the grill, and that's good to go. So that's all there is to cleaning out the radiator fins, changing the oil. Hope you found this video helpful. Look for our next video on differential oil change. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, share, or comment. Thank you.